My name is Anwar Bryce, originally from Fayetteville, North Carolina. I just moved out from Washington, D.C. I'm a music artist as well as a co-founder and CEO of New Logic Music Entertainment Group.
B-A-R-J, worldwide certified. My rhymes, I'm just spitting my line.
I've been doing music since early 2013. My older brother was really into hip-hop. And so me always being up under him, I would listen to, whatever he listened to. So he had your Biggies, your Tupacs, your Nas. And my pops was in the army until I was like 13, so we moved around a little bit. I went to junior high in Würzburg, Germany, which was kind of dope, kind of opened my eyes to, a whole other world. So the music scene in Germany is kind of wild. Like they really appreciate, hip-hop. And they got their own hip-hop too. They have, German hip-hop. But I just remember being a kid and hearing, certain artists and kind of being surprised that the Germans were actually listening to, our music. Then after that, he retired, and instead of going back to North Carolina, he decided to retire in the Richmond, Virginia area. So I went to high school there, college, Norfolk State, down in 757, and then I moved to D.C. I wanted to start my own music label. I bumped into this dude named Udo Gray Jr. He kind of told me, if you want to start your own label, you need to know every aspect of the music. So I put out 3 projects since 2014. So the first one is called The Golden Child Chronicles. It's trying to capitalize off of unexpected buzz. And then the second one was called Audio Euthanasia. I actually recorded out here in LA about 2015. And then the last one I just did came out a few months ago. It was called Welcome Back, because there was such a time span between the second and this particular album. So the Welcome Back, it was just honestly the inspiration is in the title. Just not doing music for a little bit, just kind of stepping away. I had a personal loss. My older brother passed away, so I just kind of had to take a step back just to get my mind right. It was kind of like a tough process, but I kind of felt myself getting back into the music, and you got to kind of move on through personal tragedy. The Welcome Back album was just pretty much me just jumping back into the music. I make my music as genuine as possible. I'm an authentic person. I'm not going to give you a persona or something fake. I'm going to be real at all times. And I just want my music to kind of like stick with people. What's really changed since the last release was basically the knowledge of the business. I used to just write music, just to write music, but now I kind of put more emphasis on the sound and make sure my sound is different than anything that's out. I make sure the content is different. I put more focus on standing out now because I know how the business is, and you don't want to be the next artist. You don't want to sound like this artist. You want to kind of change your sound so you stand out. Honestly, my sound is diverse. You can listen to it and you'll get a little bit of West Coast, you get a little bit of East Coast. DC does have a go-go sound, like that's the genre that they created. I guess you can say it kind of has an influence. The main thing with go-go is the rhythm. Anytime you hear somebody, over a go-go beat, the main emphasis is on, keeping the rhythm. So that kind of influenced how I, rhyme and my delivery. So that's the go-go influence. But for the most part, my sound is really diverse because I listen to all types of hip-hop. From this upcoming year, I plan on dropping it at least at a minimum 2 projects. I'm currently working on 2 projects as we speak, just going back and forth. I'm going to launch the sports podcast through my company. I'm also going to launch an arts division for my company, which we're going to focus on breaking artists, like artists, painters and graffiti artists, street artists, like we would do music artists. Right now we're in talks for a distribution deal. So that's kind of why I'm focusing more on, creating more content. So we want to make sure that we secure the biggest bag possible in this upcoming year. In the next 5 years, we will be one of the most successful, not just black-owned companies, but one of the most successful music entertainment companies out. What up? This is Anwar Bryce, artist and co-founder / CEO of New Logic Music Entertainment Group, LLC. Thank you for checking me out. Shout out to Artist J, my homie Dexter Mayer back in DC. Also look out for the sports podcast, What's for Lunch, featuring my homies Collins and Stan the Man.